Guys, I need to talk about Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. So yeah, this movie is based off the book series Captain Underpants, and yeah, there are a couple of videos saying this is the unexpected masterpiece of 2017, and people, again, a lot of people hate party humor in animated movies. That's like Ice Age Collision Course is so hated. Why the Boss Baby is so hated, did. But this movie is probably like one of the funniest animated movies I've ever seen. Like it was just really funny. All of the humor, I think, yeah, it's all again, humor is subjective, but all the humor in this movie, is my type of humor, basically. Like, the main villain of the movie is literally called Professor... Professor Poopy Pants. I can't even say it without saying a straight face. Professor Poopy Pants. I really was, like, laughing for, like, 3 minutes. That was his name. It was Professor Poopy Pants. Professor Poopy Pants. Like, that was his real name. Like, this movie was, like, trying to be, like, a gag. I think this movie was like I think Captain Underpants was like made to be like a parody of Superman. I think it was like supposed to be like the funny version of Superman for kids, you know. And yeah, they also have the movie on Peacock. Yeah, Peacock, that streaming service made by Comcast, because Comcast owns all of, like, DreamWorks. Like, they're like the real owners of DreamWorks, basically. Not no, no. I think Comcast is Viacom. No, not Comcast. Viacom and Comcast made Peacock, basically. And yeah, Viacom owns like all the DreamWorks movies, so hopefully we don't get a copyright claim by Viacom, because the trailer footage is stolen because Google auto completes it or something stupid like that. But yeah, this movie was a very funny and hilarious movie. If you don't like that kind of humor, then don't watch the movie. If you like the kind of humor like Professor Poopy Pants, you'll probably like this movie. I think this movie is for that. It's for a specific target demographic. Okay, not everybody's gonna find this movie funny. If you don't find that stuff funny, like, for example, like, you know, there, and it's not like, really bad humor like in Normal the North. Okay, when you talk about bad humor, if you think of like the Emoji Movie, you think of, Onward. That's another movie. Okay, I also think of, how Harlequin Birds of Prey, or they call it Turds of Prey, but that's woke humor. Nobody likes woke humor. That's like the worst type of humor is woke humor. But this movie was actually pretty funny. The fact that the principal became this guy who became fun loving and stuff, or stuff like that. They hypnotized his principal to become this fun loving guy, and he became this superhero that they created in the comic books. And I find funny the villain of the movie is called Professor Poopy Pants. Yeah, Professor Poopy Pants is the main villain of the Professor Poopy Pants is the main villain of the movie. There's also a lot of other funny jokes, like they made fun of their planet called Uranus. They even changed the pronunciation of the name because a lot of people would just make fun of the name. Yeah, because the planet is called Uranus. Because people make that joke, so they changed it to Uranus, so people don't say that. But yeah, there we go about Captain Underpants. What score from the reasonable scores do I give it? I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's not a perfect comedy, but it's still one of the funniest I've seen in a while. So yeah, but it's definitely better than Tag and the other movie, Fist Fight. Because this movie actually made me laugh, unlike those two movies. So that's basically it about this video. It is not a complete masterpiece as, like, Uncle Buck is, but it's still pretty funny. So that's basically it. Goodbye.